Hi, I'm Andy Mack, it's NAMM 2017. Hi to the Gearslutz crew out there, and we're going to go through the MPCX. So this is an exclusive video for you guys, pre-NAMM launch show as well. So, there's been a lot of information online about MPC. It is the topic of conversation. So, this is the X. Now, the thing with the X, we got 10.1 full color multi-capacitive screen, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's so sensitive. Let's sit here. And what we'll do, we'll quickly talk about the hardware first, and then we'll go straight into some of the key features. So from a hardware perspective, we got 8 outputs, okay, so you can do all your summing mixing, right? We've got 4 sets of inputs as well. We've got XLR inputs, mic inputs, we've got instrument inputs on the front. We've actually got 2-foot switch pedals here, SD card, and fly around the back real quick. You'll see all the other inputs and outputs. So you've got 2 USB, so you can connect all your external hard drives. If you want to add more sound content.
Tons of MIDI.
Yeah, loads of MIDI. So we got 2 in, 4 out. So, you know, this is the ultimate for anyone who's driving a lot of external MIDI gear. But also, if you notice on the back, there's 8 CV gate outputs as well. So
for connecting to your modular world.
So this then becomes a MIDI sequencer hub for all your, all the studio guys. And this is one of the things that really captured a lot of people online, is the CV side of this, because it attracts a whole new audience to your typical MPC users. So we're now moving heavily into the electronic world as well, with the modular side of things. So feature set is quite amazing. So one of the key things is time stretching. So we've added real-time time stretching to the MPC engine. So not only have you got all the classic features you've had previously, you can now do audio track recordings. So you've got 8 stereo tracks of audio, but each one of those audio tracks can handle real-time time stretching. So a lot of people tend to use MPCs for building up the basis of their track, the foundation. So from a remix perspective, it's gold dust. So I simply go to audio tracks and I hit audio, and now I've got an audio track, right? And I would select it and it's being warped already. So if I just play this.
Drive me a desert. No time to have you learn.
Now, original BPM of this track is 94 beats per minute.
You know I dealt with you the nicest.
Now I've got some drums which I've already programmed, which I'm just going to quickly lock in. You can see them on the grid here. So really cool. And there's a really cool feature that I'm going to quickly show you. So if I just select all here, hit my delete, bang, just get rid of everything. So I'm just going to quickly undo that. So we'll play the drums.
Drive me a desert.
So from a remix perspective, I can be working at 94 beats per minute, but if I mute this, we'll take the tempo from 94 in real time, pitch it up to 120, okay? So we're now time stretched real time, clip mode.
Nobody touch me in a crisis.
Now.
I believe all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, I'm asleep in my vision. You took my heart, I'm asleep at decoration. You mistaken my love, I wrote for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had, something that you never seen.
And then also adding that, you've got this whole OLED section here. So, again, this really enhances the whole tuning side. Yeah,
look at this.
Absolutely. So this will follow all of the parameters within MPC. So if I'm in project mode, I can now control my project parameters. If I'm in program, I can set up my program so I can jump between levels, pan in, send, return.
Not having to remember what the knob does.
Where originally you couldn't do that. I've got pad scene as well, and this I can customize this so I can actually have my favorite default controls across all of my pads.
Right.
And again, great for live as well. So that's really cool, because I think everyone wants visual feedback of what's actually going on, and they want a lot of hands-on control. But also, not forgetting, this is also, remember, a control surface as well, straight to the computer. So with MPC 2.0, if we want to go into control mode, we simply go to menu, there's a little CPU icon there, I hit that, and then I go straight into controller mode. And then, if I'm running stuff like fab filter plugins or anything like that, I will get instant feedback from the plugin, so I can now be using all my EQ, my curves, my gain reductions, everything, and same with compression.
And you look at parameter names showing up in the LEDs.
All update, all on the LEDs. You'll see thresholds.
From plugins on your computer.
You got it.
So does it track like what the the parameters they publish to DAW automation.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
So if I'm using VIs as well, and I open up Silent or something, again, I've got all the parameters, and I can page through different oscillators, you know, attack, release, etc., etc., and I've got hands-on control when I'm in control mode, and then go back into standalone mode, and I've got all the functionality of what MPC's been renowned for.
The idea here is that you can produce music solely on this.
Yeah.
It is a full-on standalone sequencer drum machine.
That's right. And
effects unit.
And the thing, you know, the screen really does enhance the whole experience. So let's say, for instance, I've got some notes on the grid. I've got my drums, and I want to kind of loosen up my beat and stuff as well. I just do don't snap, and now I can start moving my notes back and forth, you see? And that creates a lot of unquantized rhythm when you're building up your beats. And to do that on the previous MPCs was quite a nightmare, because you'd go into time correction and you'd have to use the early and late feature. Now you can literally swipe it in real time. So from a workflow perspective, it's so fast. It really is. And soon
it is in many respects better than a computer.
Yeah. And one other thing, really quickly, I'm just going to jump to the instrument side as well. So you've got all the Akai key grouping for instruments. So we can now go and play sounds. So just put that. So if I go into menu, pad performance mode. So you can add these straight to the programming. So I'm going to go.
Given your parent company, I would imagine there's a lot of Sonovox content.
There's, you know, we've been working with a lot of external sound designers. We've done MVP loops, loop masters, Capson Pro Audio, sample tools. So there's a lot of sound content.
Okay.
You've got a 16 gig SSD drive inside, which has got about 10 gigabytes of internal content. You've also got a SATA docking connection underneath. So if you want to put a 2 terabyte hard drive directly into it with all of your own stuff as well, you can simply customize it and do that. And plus, remember, you've got SSD and USB to add your own.
Add a USB 3 drive. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So
fantastic. How much is it?
The list goes on. I think it's just over $2,000 over here.
It's really not a lot for what you're getting here.
Not when you sum up the functionality, the feature sets, the fact that it's standalone and control surface, interface, CV gauge, time structure. You know, it's a massive amount for the money.